These 5 posing mistakes are ruining your shots, but the good news is we're going to teach you how to fix them today. Hi, I'm Brandy. I'm a senior photographer based out of Indianapolis. Today I want to help you level up your posing game with simple, effective tips. First, let's discuss hands. Hands are very important for photos. The first mistake that people make is often showing the back of your hands or the palms of your hands. This can be very distracting and awkward looking in photos. Okay, so now we're going to show you what it looks like and how to fix it. Okay, so we're going to talk about hands. We're going to talk about back and front of hands. So Audrey, bring hands up over top for me. Yep. Okay, so do we see how her hands are just very like in front? That's not what we're looking for because all you see is her hands, the palms of her hands. So Audrey, move your hands back towards the back of your head a little bit. Yep, and then point them up some. So now we're going to see the sides of her arms, we're seeing the sides of her hands, and we're not seeing the full-on hand. Maybe the 85 is not the goodest choice. The goodest, that's what I said. Okay, straight face for me. Okay. Audrey, put hand up here for me. Okay. So all we're seeing on this, if I was doing a product shoot, this would be fantastic because I would get whatever I'm trying to photograph on that hand. But for this instance, that's not what we're looking for. So Audrey, flip your hand a little bit for me. So like grab your strap, yep, and then twist your hand, yep. Mistake number 2 is with a claw hand or awkward fingers. Tense spread or clawed fingers tend to look stiff and out of place. Relax your hands. Think of holding a small ball or a feather. Create a natural curl in your hands. Let the fingers fall gently. Claw hands and awkward finger placement. So, okay, so Audrey, bring hand back up to the shoulder where you had it. Yeah, so see how this is very just like graphic, just very like claw hands. If you were doing like a Halloween shoot, it would be spot on. So Audrey, soften that hand a little bit for me. There you go. And then twist it just a little bit. Lovely. Okay, let's do, so bring hand to leg for me. Okay, now she doesn't naturally do this because we've worked with Audrey for years, but this is how, when you're working with a senior who doesn't have that kind of training, they're naturally just gonna put their hand, spread fingers on their leg. So in order to fix that, together for me, and then bring your hand back. There, perfect. And smile for me. Beautiful. Okay, the last thing we're going to talk about claw hands is their face. So Audrey, put your hand up to your face for me. So we're going to get in here nice and tight. Now, if you're trying to do something a little more avant-garde, a little more graphic, I guess, this could work. But for the general portrait that we're looking for, Audrey, soften your hand for me. Yes. Bring it down your chin just a little bit. There you go. That's now gonna frame her face a little bit better and not be so graphic. For mistake number 3, we're gonna talk about the face, specifically the eyes. When you have a client look too far off to the side, you end up seeing too much of the whites of their eyes. That looks disconnected and a little unsettling. Think of like a creepy doll. Focus on creating intentional eye contact, which follows the bridge of their nose. Okay, now we're gonna talk about her eyes. So Audrey, I need you to look towards the light for me. So if we look at this, she did exactly what I told her to, and this is exactly what your seniors are gonna do. They're gonna look towards that light, but all you're gonna see is the white of their eyes. So Audrey, now turn your chin and your nose so you follow the light. Keep going, keep going. Now match your eyes to the bridge of your nose. Perfect.
I like how she looked at her nose.
She did.
She's like, wait, where's mine?
But now you're gonna see the white of her eyes on both sides, which is going to be much more pleasing to the eye, and it's not gonna look as awkward. Audrey, lift your chin up a little bit for me. And again, the exact same thing. You want her chin, you don't want to see a bunch underneath. Speaking of the nose, mistake number 4 is also turning your head too far. When the nose breaks the cheek, it tends to interrupt the facial profile. If you notice this happening, just turn their face back a little more towards camera. Okay, so now we're talking about her nose. So Audrey, I need you to look towards the light for me. Okay, so if you're looking straight on her where I'm at, you can see that her nose has now broken that plane of her cheek. That would be great if we were shooting a profile. But for this instance, we're not shooting a profile. So we're gonna bring our head back a little bit. So Audrey, come back right there for me. And push your shoulder, there you go, perfect. A little less duck lips. Lovely. Beautiful. The final mistake is just being generally stiff and symmetrical. That makes poses look flat and lifeless. Make sure you bend their joints, create triangles, use S-curves to accentuate the body, shift weight, bend knees, place the hands on a hip, anything to break up the straight lines that are natural to people. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about posing. So Audrey, strike a pose for me. Lovely. This is, your seniors don't know what they're doing. So we're gonna help, this is an okay starting point, so let's fix this a little bit after we get some photos of it. So Audrey, look to me. Oh, your shoulders are up, that's great. Okay, so stay where you are and let's fix this a little bit. So pop to one side or the other for me. Perfect. Bring this knee over, yep. And then drop bring hands to hips and then perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna look at this step by step. We have this hip here, which has now given her a little bit of a V. We have this here that has given her another shape. We've got triangles here, we've got triangles here. So she's no longer just straight up and down. Now we've added all this dimension to her shape and form. So these are a few things that you might not be noticing in your photos, but if you fix them, I promise that you will be able to tell it and your clients will be able to see a huge difference. They're little things that make your photos look more natural. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips like these.